Hi there, this is Aaron. Today is the 27th of July, it's Saturday, and it's day 13 on the allotment. It's actually 2 weeks since I've been able to spend a day doing proper work down here. If you saw the last video also, 2 weekends ago, we sort of had plans of things to do in the evening, so I couldn't spend full days down here. So sort of 11 and 12 were very much running together, and then the following weekend we went away to family celebration, so I was away the whole weekend. So this is my first weekend back for 2 weeks. I'll show you what's going on, but what's happened, of course, is because I've not been down here digging and weeding. I've been coming down and watering, but nature is coming back, and it's pretty much put me back where I was 2 weeks ago. So we're probably going to be repeating everything that we did 2 weeks ago, and it just shows that yeah, missing a weekend out really does matter. You need to put a lot of work in order to earn that weekend away. But these are all good lessons to learn, and good lessons to learn early. So let me turn the camera around and show you what nature has done to me. Let's start off with Cheeky, as he's now called, my little garden gnome, and what we believe are either raspberry or blackberry bushes. And they have grown a lot. Taking the couch grass away and taking the bindweed away was a really good idea. It is starting to come back, so I need to weed around them again. But they're doing pretty well. Probably around this side you can see more. You can see a little bit of bindweed in there, but yeah, they're coming along. They seem to be well-established plants. I may even get something from them. We'll see what happens there. Moving over here, yeah, this is weedy mess where these canes are. I'm not convinced that these canes are going to do anything. What I thought was life really wasn't life. I'm not even convinced that they were ever going to grow, because the raspberry canes that I've seen all had roots on when they were planted, and these didn't. These were just sticks. So I may have been backing a loser there from the start. But anyway, we'll weed all along here, going over to where my greens were. Yeah, they're still trying. They're still trying. I've put the slug pellets down. We may sort of get whether it'll be edible or not, I don't know, but I think it's worthwhile to keep persevering with these, so I'll weed all around here as well. We'll come back to this bed in a second. Over here you can see that my first tomato plant is doing really well. That's growing up. I need to put another bit of string around him to make sure he goes up the cane. You can also see down this end with my Maris pear potatoes that the tomatoes in there, some of them are actually starting to flower. With the potatoes, I've been taking Blue Star Dave's advice and pinching the flowers off. What he said is if you don't pinch the flowers off, you can't compost the rest of the plant because they're poisonous, and potatoes do come from the deadly nightshade family. And I'm hoping that I can compost the leaves and what's left of the plant other than the potatoes. So I have been pulling the flowers off, certainly of the Maris pear. The International Kidney, which I learn is a heritage variety, they have gone absolutely bananas. I mean, they are enormous, and they are overshadowing the tomatoes. So you can see that the tomatoes are trying to come through the middle, but I think, given I didn't realise that these potatoes were going to grow this big, and I suspect I've overloaded this bed. So that's something to learn from for ready for next year, that some potatoes do get really, really big. I thought they were going to stay the same size as these. It's possible that these haven't grown to their full potential, because if you remember, I had them initially in one of those green grow bags, and then I transplanted them into the soil. The Charlotte potatoes are coming along. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plants come up. There were 3 on this side that didn't come up. Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad rate, I suppose, given how old they were when I put them in the ground. Over here, my other potato, now you see where I dug this, I thought I'd got a lot out, but I knew that there was a lot of weeds still in there, and it's coming back with a vengeance. I've also had a visitation from Mr. Mole, so he may have actually had this potato. The rest is weeds. I need to pull all this out. What's interesting, actually, because I actually sort of, on one of the weekends, on the wet weekend, I started to just create a line with my spade along here where I was to dig. Now, along that line was the first place that the weeds were coming through. And it's almost as if, you know, the ground said, oh, this is a wound, I'm going to send up weeds. So that's interesting, that, you know, don't dig unless you're actually really going to dig it. If you're just, you know, sticking tools in the ground and then you're going to leave it, that weeds are automatically going to find a place through there. I don't know if it's just that there's more air in the soil at that point, or if it is actually the soil protecting itself. What I'm learning is that soil is a living organism, and so that may well be the case. So coming round here, now I have finally admitted that what was coming through was not runner bean, and so I've started to pull those out. But over here, get a good view of this, these broad beans, almost to the man, are not happy. Now, I don't know, that there's a blackness, there's, if you see around here, on the flowers there's a blackness. I don't know if that's an infestation, I don't know if that's a disease, but at any rate, the broad beans are not happy. One of them here has died. If you can see it in amongst all those weeds, yeah, here we go. One of the broad beans here has died, the other one probably isn't going to be far behind. I'm really not sure if that is disease or if that is a pest that's doing it. I know that treating beans with some soapy water with some fairy liquid or, you know, detergent in it will kill black fly, but first of all I want to make sure whether it is black fly. So if anybody recognises that and says, ah yes, I know what that is, please do leave a comment, because I've looked online and I'm trying to recognise what an infestation of black fly looks like on broad beans, and I can't find it. So if anybody can give me the benefit of their experience there, I'd really appreciate it. But anyway, so we've been round. As you can see, a lot's grown. We've had the dry weather, then we've had a few thunderstorms. So I've got to repeat what I did, and I'd better get on with it. So I'll talk to you later at the end of the day. Cheers, bye. Well, it's getting towards evening now. I think we've finished for the day. It's 6:20 now. So I've put in a good day. And I don't know if you can see outside, but it's a case of rain stopped play. It's absolutely tipping it down. It's been really lovely, and then it started to cloud over, and then there were a few spots, and that was fine, and then it was light rain, and that was fine, and then it's absolutely tipped it down, and myself and everyone else has decided to run for cover. We did a lot of weeding, and I ended up with a full barrow full of weeds, so time well spent. But as much as I'm devoted to you, I'm not going out in that. Sorry. And now you're looking around saying, it doesn't look as if he's on the allotment. I don't recognise that. And you're absolutely right, I'm not. The rain came down, it kept raining, it was absolutely hammering it down, and I didn't get back on the allotment. So day 13 ended here, and in fact I didn't get back on Sunday either. But I'll tell you all about that next time. I'm going to sign off from day 13 here, and I'll see you next time on the allotment. Thanks for watching. Bye.